My screen is visible?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, so here I was on this sloka. Yeah, so my dear Krishna, seeing my friends and relatives present before me in such, yeah, in such a fighting spirit, I feel the limbs of my body, quivering and my mouth drying up. So basically, the first reason why Arjuna was not wanting to fight was that he was kind of becoming compassionate to the people who have come to fight. See, generally, the people who are strong, they should be compassionate. So otherwise, they are called krura. Like, so you see, Ravana, he was also very powerful, and Rama was also powerful. But Rama is considered to be the Suravira, and the Ravana is considered to be the Krura. So the difference is that Rama had the power, but he utilized his strength for the protection of the weak people. He utilized his strength for the protection of Dharma. Whereas Ravana, he was powerful, but he utilized his strength for creating troubles in others' life. So like that, he is called Krura. So here Arjuna has very wonderful quality that he, even though he is very powerful, he has a compassion. So anybody who is powerful, he must have compassion. Otherwise, he can do blunder. So here Arjuna is saying, so now my whole body is trembling, my hair is standing on end, my bow Gandhi was slipping from my hand, my skins are burning. So like that, he's saying slogan 29 and then 30. I'm now unable to stand here any longer. I'm forgetting myself and my mind is reeling. I see only the cause of misfortune, oh Krishna, killer of the basic demon. So till here you have done. So till now, it is mentioned that Arjuna, he developed compassion. Compassion means basically daya. So, but the compassion which Arjuna is showing is actually on the bodily platform. So we'll realize in the second chapter that Krishna, he'll say we are not the body, we are the soul. So you should be compassionate uh, towards the soul of a person, not the body. So that will be looking. And then sloka number 31 will proceed. Okay, so you can recite this sloka. न च श्रेयो अनुपश्यामि
न च श्रेयो अनुपश्यामि
हत्वा स्वजनमाहवे
हत्वा स्वजनमाहवे
नाकाङ्क्षे विजयं कृष्ण
नाकाङ्क्षे विजयं कृष्ण
न च राज्यं सुखानि च
न च राज्यं सुखानि च.
Anybody wants to read?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes. You want to read this sloka again or?
Yeah, न च श्रेयोनुपश्यामि हत्वा स्वजनमाहवे नाकाङ्क्षे विजयं कृष्ण न च राज्यं सुखानि च. Shall I read, Prabhuji?
न च श्रेयो नानुपश्यामि हत्वा स्वजनमाहवे न काङ्क्षे विजयं कृष्ण न च राज्यं सुखानि च.
Jenny, you want to read sloka? No issues. So, yeah, please read translation.
I do not see how any good can come from killing my own kinsman in this battle, nor can I, my dear Krishna, desire any subsequent victory, kingdom, or happiness, without knowing that one's self-interest is in Vishnu or Krishna. Conditioned souls are attracted by bodily relationships, hoping to be happy in such situations. In such a blind conception of life, they forgot even the causes of material happiness. Arjuna appears to have even forgotten the moral codes for a Kshatriya. It is said that two kinds of men, namely the Kshatriya, who dies on the battlefront, and the person in the renounced order of life, who is absolutely devoted to spiritual culture, are eligible to enter into the sun globe, which is so powerful and dazzling. Arjuna is reluctant even to kill his enemies, let alone his relatives. He thinks that by killing his kinsmen, there would be no happiness in his life, and therefore he is not willing to fight. Just as a person who does not feel hunger is not inclined to cook, he has now decided to go into the forest and live a scheduled life in a frustration. But as a Kshatriya, he requires a kingdom for his subsistence, because the Kshatriyas cannot engage themselves in any other occupation. But Arjuna has no kingdom. Arjuna's sole opportunity for gaining a kingdom lies in fighting with his cousins and brothers and reclaiming the kingdom inherited from his father, which he does not like to do. Therefore, he considers himself fit to go to the forest to live a scheduled life of frustration.
So here in this sloka, the second reason of not fighting, Krishna not wanting to fight is coming up. So here Arjuna is saying that that if I kill these people, he's saying I do not see how any good can come up from killing my own kinsmen in this battle, nor can I see my dear Krishna desire any subsequent victory, kingdom, or happiness. So basically, here Arjuna is saying that to people work to become happy. We also see that everybody is putting so much efforts in this world. So our husband is working, so that his family, wife and kids can be happy. The wife is working, so the husband and other family members can be happy. So basically, whatever achievements we do in our life, the intention is so that we become happy. And to become happy, we want people. We want people to be with us, with whom we can be happy. So now, what Arjuna is thinking: if I kill these people, so with whom I'll enjoy the happiness. Even though I win this battle, even though I get this battle, this whole kingdom, I win the battle and get this whole kingdom. What is the use of this? Why? Because even though I get the victory, I win the kingdom. What will happen? With whom I'll enjoy? Because for me, winning the battle means killing everyone. So when Arjuna is giving a thought on it, that he's just thinking that what will happen if I kill these people? If I kill these people, I'll get the kingdom. But what will happen? Nobody would be there. So with whom I'll enjoy. So that's the second reason, or the second motivation for Arjuna not fight is coming in this slogan. Okay. Anybody has any question? Yes.
हरे कृष्ण, कोई पर्सनल बात कर रहा है?
मुझे लगा कुछ क्वेश्चन है किसी का. नो प्रॉब्लम. ठीक है, तो हम लोग आगे बढ़ते हैं. ओके, सो लेट्स रीड नेक्स्ट श्लोका इफ देयर इज नो क्वेश्चन. Now same theme is again continuing. So I'll read the sloka. You can read behind me. Kim no rajena govinda.
Kim no rajena govinda.
Other devotees can also read these sloka. These slokas are the transcendental words uttered from the mouth of Krishna. So just by reciting this sloka will please Krishna. These are not the normal words. These are not the normal sounds. These are the sounds which are repeated, which are uttered by Krishna. So we repeat He'll bring, lots of auspiciousness in the environment or in the house wherever we are sitting. So everyone, let's try reading these slokas. Kim no rajena govinda,
किं नो राजेन गोविन्द
kim bhogair jivitena va,
किं भोगे जीवितेन वा
yesham arthe kangshitam no,
येषामर्थे काङ्क्षितं नो
rajyam bhoga sukhani cha,
राज्यं भोगासुखानि च
ताय मे अवस्थिता युद्धे,
तायिमेव सिस्ता युद्धे
प्राणा
वस्थिता युद्धे
प्राणास्त्यक्त्वा धनानि च,
प्राणां त्यक्त्वा धनानि च
आचार्य पितरः पुत्रात्,
आचार्या पितरा पुत्रा
तथैव च पितामहः,
तथैवा च पितामहा
मातुला ससुरा पौत्रा,
मातुला श्वशुरा पौत्रा
शाला सम्बन्धिनस्तथा,
श्याला सम्बन्धिनस्तदा
एतान् हन्तुमिच्छामि,
ये तान् हन्तुमिच्छामि
अग्नतो अपि मधुसूदन,
अग्नतो अपि मधुसूदन
अपि त्रैलोक्यराज्यस्य,
अपि त्रैलोक्यराज्यस्य
हेतो किं नो मही कृते,
हेतो किं नु मही कृते
निहत्या धार्तराष्ट्रान्,
निहत्या दार्तराष्ट्रान्
का प्रीति स्यात् जनार्दन,
प्रीति स्याज्जनार्दन
Okay, so let's read translation. Anybody else wants to read? Rajiv ji, Jyoti ji, iPhone.
Yes, Prabhu,
Yes,
I
Sure.
can.
yes, please read.
O Govinda, of what avail to us are the kingdom, happiness, or even life itself, when all those for whom we may desire them are now arrayed on the battlefield? O Matsunna, when teachers, fathers, son, grandfathers, maternal uncle, father-in-law, grandson, brother-in-law, and other relative are ready to give up their lives and properties and are standing before me, why should I wish to kill them, even though they might otherwise kill me? O maintainer of the all living entity, I am not prepared to fight with them, even in exchange of the three word, let alone this earth. What pleasure we will we derive from killing the son of Dhritarashtra? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So basically, Arjuna is saying that I don't want to fight with these people because I don't want to kill them. Even if I get the three worlds, even if it's just a matter of some land of this earth, even if I get the three world, I don't feel like killing them. So basically, Arjuna is finding it not sufficient or it's not worthy. That just for attaining some land, he killed the sons of Dhritarashtra. So that he is mentioning over here. Now let's read the purport.
Yeah, Arjuna has addressed Lord Krishna as a Govinda because Krishna is the object of all the pleasure for cows and the senses. By using this significant word, Arjuna indicates that Krishna should understand what will satisfy Arjuna's senses. But Govinda is not meant for satisfying our senses. If we try to satisfy our senses of Govinda, however, the automatically our own senses are satisfied. Materially, everyone wants to satisfy his senses, and he wants God to be the order supplier for such satisfaction. The Lord will satisfy the senses of the living entity as much as they desire, but not to the extent they may covet. But when one takes the opposite way, namely when one tries to satisfy the senses of Govinda without desire to satisfy one's own senses, then by grace of Govinda, all desire of the living entity are satisfied. Arjuna's deep affection for the one second, Prabhu, I missed this. Are satisfied. Arjuna deep affection for the community and the family members is exhibited here partly due to his mental compassion for them. He is therefore not prepared to fight. Everyone wants to show his opulences to the friend and relative, but Arjuna fears that his relative and the friends will be killed on the battlefield, and he will be unable to share his opulence after victory. This is a typical calculation of material life. The transcendental life, however, is different. Since a devotee wants to satisfy the desire of the Lord, he can, the Lord willing, accept all kind of opulences for the service of the Lord. And if the Lord is not willing, he should not accept the parthing. Arjuna did not want to kill his relative, and if there were any need to kill them, he desired that Krishna kill them personally. And at this point, he did not know that Krishna has already killed them before they are coming into battlefield. And he was only to become an instrument for Krishna. This fact is disclosed in the following chapter. As a natural devotee of the Lord, Arjuna did not like the relative against the miscreant cousin and brothers, but it was the Lord's plan that they should all be killed. The devotee of the Lord does not retaliate against the wrongdoers, but the Lord does not tolerate any mischief done to the devotees of the miscreant. The Lord can excuse a person on his own account, but he he excused no one who has done the harm to his devotees. Therefore, the Lord was determined to kill the miscreant, although Arjuna wanted to excuse them.
Hmm.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So basically, can somebody share like what you could understand through these purports? So the purport starts with the word Govinda. Kim no Rajen Govinda. So Govinda, Go means senses, and Vinda means like the master of senses. So Krishna is also considered the master of senses. So basically, we have got the senses, and we should be utilizing our senses for the pleasure of Krishna. Whereas, as a materialistic person, what we try to do is we try to give pleasure to our senses. So Arjuna here is mentioned that Arjuna has his thoughts, his plans, and according to his plans, he was trying to satisfy his senses. His senses, his mind, and that is how he's thinking that when I lose these people, then my senses, how I won't be able to share foods, I won't be able to share the loving exchanges. Then how I would be satisfied? Rather, the target of our life should be we should be subordinate to the Lord, and we should try to satisfy the senses of the Lord. And when the Lord is satisfied, automatically we will be satisfied. So yes, yes, Trishtam Jagat Trishtam. When Krishna is satisfied, the whole world is satisfied. There is story comes in Mahabharata wherein Durvasa. Anybody know this story that Durvasa, he was sent by Duryodhana that you go to my cousin brothers and they would be happy welcoming you, they would be happy serving you. And then Durvasa, he went to these Pandavas who were just wandering in the forest. And then Durvasa, along with his 10,000 disciples, he went to Yudhishthira and he asked Yudhishthira that, please arrange food for me. We're going to take a bath and then we'll be coming back and then we want to have food. So now the Draupadi, she had Sakshay Patra, but once Draupadi has eaten up the Sakshay Patra, doesn't produce a feed at that time. So this Akshay Patra had got just one this small one this rice seed, and then everybody was tense because Durvasa is considered to be kind of angry sadhu. Like he gets angry and then he curses, and then he is like kind of typical angry person. And then these Pandavas were very disturbed, and then they just remembered Krishna and they prayed to Krishna, and then Krishna came and he also started asking that Draupadi, I am also hungry. Give me something to eat. And then Draupadi was like, my dear Lord, already we are in trouble. We have nothing to feed, and this sadhu, like Durvasa has already come along with his so many disciples. What we should do now? And then Krishna told, whatever you have, just give me, just give me. And then Draupadi had this one small seed of the rice, and then she gave that rice, small one rice, to Krishna, and then Krishna just ate that. And once Krishna has eaten, the stomach of Durvasa and his disciples got completely filled. And then they were like, now we don't want to eat. And then now then Krishna told Bhima, that Bhima, you go and call Durvasa and everyone else that you come and have lunch. And then they were like kind of running, no, we don't want to eat anything, we are already filled. So basically when Krishna is full, everybody becomes peaceful. So unless we make Krishna happy, we please Krishna, we cannot be happy in this world. So that is the formula, the spiritual solution for all problems of this world. That we put in our efforts in such a way so that we can please Krishna. Once Krishna is happy to us, everybody else, our friends, relatives, everybody can become happy. Vice versa is not true. If we want to please, we want to make happy our wife or husband or family members, relatives, and that we are trying since childhood. So we have been trying, we are still trying, that we make all these people, our relatives, our friends, everyone happy, and we are putting lots of efforts. And then what we see, that is still nobody is happy with this. Everybody has some complaints to us, like he or she is not doing the way he or she is supposed to be doing. But when Krishna is pleased, when Krishna is happy through our efforts, then everyone else is happy. The example of a tree comes herein, that if we are serving the water to the root of the tree, every limbs of the tree, the trunk of the tree, the leaves of the tree, every part of the tree will get the water, and thus it'll be fresh, it'll be green, it'll be fresh, it'll be beautiful. But if you don't serve the water at the root of the tree, beside that you are providing spraying or sprinkling waters on the leaves of the tree, on the trunks of the tree, but you're not feeding water at the root of the tree, then today or tomorrow the tree will get dried up. Similarly, when we please Krishna, then the whole world can be pleased from us. This is the phenomenon, this is the formula which is mentioned over here. Also, the last section is Srila Prabhupada is explaining that devotees, they are very tolerant. Devotees, they are very humble and tolerant, and the Arjuna is also a wonderful devotee. That is why Arjuna is not wanting to retaliate against these Kauravas, even though they are kind of putting lots of troubles in Arjuna's life. Still Arjuna is willing to go to the forest, but he doesn't want to fight and kill these people. So this is the nature of devotees. Devotees, they are very tolerant. They face any situations and every situations. But that is the nature of a devotee. But Krishna, he doesn't tolerate. He never tolerates the troubles, or he never tolerates the anything done wrong to his devotees. So here you see, Arjuna is like, no, it's fine. They have done bad to me. It's fine. Still, I can tolerate. I don't want to retaliate. It's fine. But then Krishna has a plan. Krishna, he never tolerates. Okay, so here you see these Pandavas, they were happy with just 5 small villages of this whole earth, and they were happy to take that and live happily. But then this Duryodhana, he didn't give that, and finally you see the plan of Krishna. Whatever was in the hand of Kaurava, whatever Kauravas could take, even though the 50-50% they would, even if they would have done 50-50%, so that the portion of Kauravas also went to Pandavas. So that is the plan of Krishna. So devotees are tolerant, but Krishna, he never wants that his devotees compromise, or he is always thinking good for his devotees. Anybody has any question?
Yeah, Prabhuji, one question onto this angerness. Durvasha Muni is famous for his anger.
Yeah.
Now, similarly, if we look at this Lakshman, he was also a very angry person.
Yeah.
He has shown, right?
Correct.
Whereas on the other side, we say devotee should be tolerant, he should have patience. These quality he should have, right?
Correct.
How should we understand this contradictory when Rishi Muni, who are doing so much of tap and tapasya, they have lot of anger, and Lakshman is having anger.
Yeah.
So there's a contradictory comes. How should we understand? Kind of.
So actually, anger of Lakshmana is actually different from anger of Durvasa. So Durvasa is actually he is kind of yogi. He is actually he is not kept in the category of devotees, Durvasa. And you will see that episode also comes in Srimad Bhagavatam, wherein Durvasa, he becomes angry on Amrish. So King Amrish, he was very wonderful devotee.
Yep. Yeah,
And
on Ekadasi day.
correct.
Yeah.
And then you see that the Lord, he throws his chakra, Sudarshan chakra, behind Durvasa, and Durvasa is running here and there everywhere. So Durvasa is so yogis, they get angry. Now Lakshmana's anger is always for the Lord. Lakshmana had lots of love for Krishna. So, scriptures allows that if somebody is blaspheming Guru, somebody is blaspheming Krishna, the Lord, then you can become angry. So that is just the love. That is the reaction because you have love for Krishna. So anger is one of the primary emotions of a human being. So that can be practiced as per the scriptural injunctions. So one can become angry if somebody is blaspheming the Lord. One can become angry if somebody is blaspheming or criticizing or just uttering wrong words to the Lord or his devotees or anything, something like that. Apart from that, for own self, if somebody is blaspheming you or somebody is criticizing you, then we should be tolerant. That is what scripture says. So, but then sometimes you will see in a practical life also it becomes difficult to practice the tolerance by the devotees also. Nevertheless, the principle is this, that we should tolerate our own blasphemy or anything wrong done to us, but we should not tolerate anything done or anything which is uttered, or somebody is doing something wrong to devotees or Vaishnavas or Krishna or Brahmanas or cows. So we should be raising our voices. So the best thing is we should raise our voice or whatever you can do. If you can't do that, then you should be at least going away from those places wherein such kind of dirty or sinful things are happening.
Yeah, thanks, Prabhu. Helpful.
Right. So now let's read this next sloka. Papameva shriyadasmana
पापमेवाश्रयदस्मानं
हत्वैतानाततायिनः
हत्वैतानाततायिनः
तस्मान्नार्हा वयं हन्तुम्
तस्मान्नार्हा वयं हन्तुं
धार्तराष्ट्रान् सबान्धवान्.
धार्तराष्ट्रान् स्वबान्धवान्.
If you have difficulty in reading, you can ask me. I can be like, little more slow or little more, I can break more. But because we are
Okay.
very small people, so if anybody has issues, you can let me know. I would wish that you try reading it.
Okay.
Swajjanam hi katham hatva
स्वजनं हि कथं हत्वा
sukhinah syam madhava.
सुखिनः स्याम माधव.
Anybody wants to read this sloka?
पापमे श्रवायेदस्मान् हत्वैतानाततायिनः तस्मान्नार्हा वयं हन्तुं धार्तराष्ट्रान् स्वबान्धवान्. स्वजनं हि कथं हत्वा सुखिनः स्याम माधव.
Okay, anybody else wants to read? Okay, no problem.
Translation.
You want to read sloka or you want to read translation?
Should we read translation, Prabhu?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Sin will overcome us if we slay such aggressors. Therefore, it is not proper for us to kill the sons of uh,
Dhritarashtra.
Dhritarashtra and our friends. What should we gain, O Krishna, husband of the goddess of fortune? And how could we be happy by killing our own kinsmen? Purport. Should we read purport also?
Yes, yes.
According to Vedic injunctions, there are 6 kinds of aggressors. 1. A poison giver. Number 2. One who sets fire to the house. Number 3. One who attacks with deadly weapons. Number 4. One who plunders riches. Number 5. One who occupies another's land. And number 6. One who kidnaps a wife. Such aggressors are sorry. Just a minute, Prabhu. Sorry.
No.
Such
Such aggressors are
such
ones to be killed.
such aggressors is quite befitting any ordinary man, but Arjuna was not an ordinary person. He was saintly by character, and therefore he wanted to deal with them in saintliness. This kind of saintliness, however, is not for a kshatriya. Although a responsible man in the administration of a state is required to be saintly, he should not be cowardly. For example, Lord Rama was so saintly that people even now are anxious to live in the kingdom of Lord Rama. Uh,
Ramarajya.
Ramarajya. But Lord Rama never showed any cowardice. Ravan was an aggressor against Rama because Ravan kidnapped Rama's wife, Sita. But Lord Rama gave him sufficient lessons, unparalleled in the history of the world. In Arjuna's case, however, one should consider the special type of aggressors, namely his own grandfather, own teacher,
Friends,
and
friends, sons, grandsons, etc.
uh,
You want me point?
yes, please offer. Yes, please highlight, please.
Yeah.
Own friends, sons, grandsons, etc. Because of them, Arjuna thought that he should not take the severe steps against ordinary aggressors. Besides that, saintly persons are advised to forgive. Such injunction for saintly persons are more important than any political emergency. Arjun considered that rather than kill his own kinsmen for political reasons, it would be better to forgive them on grounds of religion and saintly behavior. He did not therefore consider such killing profitable simply for the matter of temporary bodily happiness. After all, kingdoms and pleasures derived therefore from are not permanent. So why should he risk his life and eternal salvation by killing his own kinsmen? Arjuna is addressing Krishna. Arjuna's addressing of Krishna as Madhava, or the husband of the goddess of fortune, is also significant in this connection. He wanted to point out to Krishna that as the husband of the goddess of fortune, he should not induce Arjuna to take up a matter which would ultimately bring about misfortune. Krishna, however, never brings misfortune to anyone, to say nothing of his devotees.
Yeah. So
Hare Krishna.
basically, Hare Krishna. Thank you. So
Yep.
basically, here Arjuna is again trying to convince Krishna. He's saying that if I kill these people, I'll incur sin. So this is the third reason. So first reason, what Arjuna gave to Krishna, that why he is not wanting to fight. First was because he is feeling, compassionate to the people, the relatives and everyone, and second, like with whom he'll enjoy if he kill these people. And third reason is giving in this sloka is that he'll incur sin. So here he's saying that it is not proper for him to kill, these people, and he's saying what should we gain. So and then he's saying here Madhava. Madhava means the husband of Lakshmi. Lakshmi means the goddess of fortune. So he's saying that, my dear Lord, how could we be happy by killing our own kinsmen? Now here Srila Prabhupada is saying that according to Vedic injunctions, people who have done these kind of sinful acts, they can be killed, and these punishment must be given by the kings or the administrators, or the people who are ruling the country or ruling the state. So here it is mentioned a poison giver, one who sets the fire in your house, and when if somebody is attacking to you with the deadly weapons, and if somebody is taking your money, somebody is just taking your land, and then one who kidnaps his wife, and then he is actually here Srila Prabhupada explaining that sometimes the fight becomes mandatory, sometimes these kind of battle becomes mandatory. And so the Gita philosophy is not only tolerant, you keep tolerating every time. Its philosophy is that if it is required, you can fight, provided that you have that responsibility. Very good. बाद में कर लेना. Yeah, so so basically the philosophy is that if you are a Kshatriya, so basically every time you should not be tolerating also if things are beyond a certain limit. but then a Brahmana should be tolerant. So in the Vedic context, there were Kshatriyas, and Kshatriyas, they were given this kind of, it was the responsibility that they should not be tolerant if some injustice is happening to someone else. Like similarly in the present situation also, the administration or the policemen or the this justice or this judge and everyone, this system, justice system and everything, they should not be tolerating the anything, you know, happening, beyond the laws and everything. So but then, in general, so we have to, understand the situation, who should practice the tolerance, who should not be practice the tolerance. So it's not that, everything is just black and white. So there are grays also. And then the different categories of people who should be practicing tolerance because see, for a brahmana, he should be practicing knowledge, and to practice knowledge, you have to be tolerant, you have to be, kind of, uh, like as it is mentioned here, you have to have, such kind of saintliness qualities. So the saints can have saintliness qualities, but when a king becomes saintly, king starts practicing saintliness, even though he is required to be, being bold and, taking actions, then the situation is not appropriate. So that is explained in this sloka, that Arjuna, you are a Kshatriya, and it's nice that you have a nature of, your sanguine nature, but still at this situation, you should not be practicing this sanguine quality. Okay, anybody, any question? Okay, can we go to next sloka? Is there anybody question you can ask?
Okay, Prabhuji. Next sloka will go.
Or at what time you close this, I mean this session ends?
I think Prabhu depends upon the time of start. So I think 1 hour, 1.5 hours or so, or as you desire.
No, I mean what you people are saying.
For convenient for us.
So we can go for 10 minutes more.
Yeah.
Yes,
No
Prabhuji.
problem. No problem.
Okay. So यद्यप्येते न पश्यन्ति
यद्यपेतेन
न
पश्यन्ति
पश्यन्ति
लोभोपहत चेतसः
लोकोपहत चेतसाम्
चेतसा
कुलक्षया कृतं दोषम्
कुलक्षया कृतं दोषं
मित्राद्रोहे च पातकम्
मित्रद्रोहे च पातकम्
कथं न ज्ञेयम् अस्माभिः
कथं न ज्ञेयम् अस्माभिः
पापादस्मन्निवर्तितुम्
पापात्मन् अवर्तितुम्
कुलक्षया कृतं दोषम्
कुलक्षया कृतं दोषं
प्रपश्यद्विजनार्दन
जनार्दन
Somebody wants to recite these slokas?
यद्यप्येतेन पश्यन्ति लोभोपहत चेतसः कुलक्षयकृतं दोषं मित्रद्रोहे च पातकम् कथं न ज्ञेयमस्माभिः पापादस्मानि निवर्तितं कुलक्षयकृतं दोषं प्रपश्यद्भिर्जनार्दन.
Okay. So now here Arjuna is again going on next level of his saintly quality. So Arjuna is saying, it's generally said, see, whenever we explain something to our people, like our kids or someone, then we say that, even though he's wrong, you should not be wrong. So Arjuna is saying that here. So can somebody read this translation? Whoever is remaining, they can actually.
Yeah, Prabhu, I'll go for that.
Yes.
O Janardana, although these men, their hearts overtake by greed, see no fault in killing one's family or quarreling with friends. Why should we, who can see the crime in destroying a family, engage in this act of sin? A Kshatriya is not supposed to refuse to battle or gamble when he is so invited by some rival party. Under such an obligation, Arjuna could not refuse to fight because he had been challenged by the party of Duryodhana. In this connection, Arjuna considered that the other party might be blind to the effect of such challenges. Arjuna, however, could see the evil consequences and could not accept the challenge. Obligation is actually binding when the effect is good, but when the effect is otherwise, then no one can bound. Considering all these pros and cons, Arjuna decided not to fight.
Yeah. So here one very wonderful line is given. The purpose, the obligation is actually binding when the effect is good, but when the effect is otherwise, then no one can be bound. So many a time we see in our life that, we generally say, we have to be practical, you know so every time you are thinking good for someone, but then the person is not understanding, then how much good you think, it's impractical because he is not willing to help himself. Now, actually, here in this sloka, you see the great mindset of Arjuna. So he is saying, even though these people are bad, we should be good because that's our mindset, that's our nature. So we should be good to these people, and that is really very wonderful quality of Arjuna. But then, good qualities should be practiced among good people. If you try to practice the good qualities with the bad people, you will realize that, they'll completely, cheat you, and they'll completely, kind of harass you, and you'll be kind of broken, you'll be kind of frustrated, and you'll be kind of, in a very worse situation. So these kind of practical tips we can gain from these slokas. Whereas, you see here the wonderful quality of Arjuna. So you will see any person who has good qualities, it becomes very difficult to live in this world. And nevertheless, that's how many people say, अच्छे लोगों के लिए संसार नहीं है, जो बुरे होते हैं वो आगे बढ़ते हैं. Those who are bad, they grow in their life. And but then you see here, that's how the background is being created, that Arjuna is very wonderful person, and he's kind of trapped among the bad peoples. He having such divine qualities, such wonderful qualities, he is he is thinking good for others, but those other people, they're not worthy of having such kind of wonderful people in their life. And that is how Krishna would be explaining Arjuna, that, he is supposed to be practical, and he is supposed to be understanding the situation, and thus, behave and act practically. Otherwise, he would be kind of finished and destroyed. And through Arjuna, actually, Krishna is explaining us also that how we should be balanced, in our life. So in general practices, with good people we should be like Rama, but with bad people we should be like, kind of, we have to be little, not exactly political, but we have to be like still, understanding the politics, and we have, wisely. If anybody has a question or points, you can add.
Yes, Prabhu. Kindly explain us the meaning of this word, synonym of Krishna, Janardana.
Yeah, so Janardana means Krishna who protects the Janas, who is the feeder of all living beings. So Janardana.
Okay.
So
Okay, thank
Krishna is actually, he feeds or he protects the every Jana. Jana means humans. So
you.
Janardana is the name of Krishna.
Prabhu, who takes care of everyone like that?
Correct, precisely, yeah.
Okay.
It's a name of Krishna. So now the next section would be, I think we can do next time. And then this chapter will get over. So now, actually, the fourth reason why Arjuna doesn't want to fight will come. That he is thinking that, if I kill these people, then what will happen to their family members? The whole family tradition, whole family life will get destroyed. Their wives, their kids, everybody would be destroyed. Even if the kids would be destroyed, I mean, nobody would be giving them proper culture, proper training, proper education. Then the forefathers who are living in the different abodes, they won't be getting their portion, like pinda, the draka, all those things they won't be getting, and that's how they'll be also unhappy. And if they are unhappy, these people will get pitra dosha, and that is a whole this spiritual or vedic adjustment, or setting would get disturbed. So these would be discussed in the next section. And that is how Krishna would, refrain himself, would try to refrain himself from fighting. And then the next chapter would come, wherein, Krishna will start teaching Arjuna that, even though Arjuna has good, mindset, he has good qualities, still it's not befitting here in this situation. And he should be, actually from responsibility point of view, he's a Kshatriya, so he should be fighting. And then, apart from that, he's supposed to understand that these people who are standing in front of him, they are non-righteous. So just because you are a family member, or somebody is a part of your family, you should not be letting him go, you should not be tolerating him, because he's your family member. Rather, we should be, actually, even if you are taking care, if you are thinking good for your family members also, so you should be thinking good for the soul of that person. Because if he is sinful, so he'll have to suffer, in the next life. This life also, in the later stage, he'll have to suffer. The next life he'll have to suffer, and that suffering, or the kind of the intensity of the sin, whatever he is doing, that can be carried forward to multiple lives. So even if you're thinking good for your family members, you should be guiding him, you should be helping him in developing on the spiritual platform, or developing the spiritual consciousness, so that he can come on the right path, he can practice spirituality, and thus he can uplift the consciousness of the soul, so that this life can, in this life also he can be happy, and then he becomes happy in the next lives. you know and if he goes in the spiritual world, then this birth, death, anyway gone, so his future can be protected and fully safe. See, we have to understand that we are eternal, we are not going to die. And so not going to die means we will be living for millions and millions of years. And if you just count, let's say our age would be around 70, 80, and we are around 30. So suppose we have some 40, 50 years of age left. Now if you divide 40, 50 by million, it's kind of negligible. So that is spiritual intelligence, that we cannot toss, or put our millions and millions of years in kind of toss, just for the protection, or for with this materialistic idea of being happy for this 30, 40 years, which also nobody can guarantee that he'll be happy. We can try being materialistically happy, compromising the spiritual or the soul upliftment, the consciousness of upliftment of the soul, and then finally, anyway, this time is going to go away, and then finally nothing would be left in our hand if we don't practice spirituality in our life. So rather we should be wise, we should be intelligent, and we should be utilizing this opportunity of understanding Bhagavad Gita, practicing the teachings of Bhagavad Gita in our life, so that this life can be also happy, and then the next millions and millions of years of age which we have, where we would be living, can be happy and peaceful, and and if that can happen in the association of Krishna in the spiritual abode, there can be nothing better than that. So this way we plan, we think, then we would have better motivation, or we would be motivated in practicing, committing ourselves, properly on this spiritual path. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, ma'am. Anybody have any question, doubts, query, or you want to add anything?
Excuse me, Prabhu.
Yes.
How one, you can or we can explain spirituality. Religion is something different, but then spirituality, अध्यात्म जिसे बोलते हैं हिंदी में,
Correct.
अध्यात्म, तो उसको कैसे, उसको कोई पूछता है तो कैसे एक्सप्लेन करते हैं, कैसे क्या एक्सप्लेन करना चाहिए, कैसे बताना चाहिए कि जैसे साइंस ऑफ स्पिरिट और स्टडी ऑफ स्पिरिट या व्हाट, और whatever, what is your idea?
Correct. So basically, religion is a way through which we can, become spiritual. Spirituality is beyond religion. Religion is, kind of, the initial way so that we can move ahead and go on the spiritual part. Spirituality is something which, so basically we are the soul, spirit, that is spirit, the soul, and whether we are Hindu, Muslim, or whatsoever, I mean, this body has taken birth in a family of Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, or Isai, wheresoever. But the point is, ultimately, we are that spark, the spiritual spark, which is the part and parcel of the Supreme Personality or Supreme Lord. You can call it form, having some form, formless, all those kind of discussion can go on depending on the, the kind of faith you are into, I mean, Islam or whatsoever. But ultimately, everybody believes in that, soul. They call Ruha, they call soul, we call Atma. But ultimately, we are that spirit spark. Now, ultimately, the ultimate truth is same, and we are the, spark, the part of that ultimate supreme spirit. And then we have somehow forgotten that ultimate truth, and now we have to practice some path through which we can regain that consciousness that we are the part and parcel of that spirit, the supreme truth, the Ishvara, the Paramatma, whatsoever you call him. So we are the part and parcel of him, and that is our divine nature. So that, to be with him, to be associated with him, to be conscious of him, and so the different religions are actually these are the faith through which we can get a quick, or we can get a start. So basically, there is something called ritual and something called spiritual. Rituals means some practices which can be done. It's like, there is someone's birthday. So ultimately, the cake and all these kind of arrangements, they're just a ritual. But ultimately, you want to give him some, love, or you want to wish him all the best, or you want to wish him that you are happy and he should be happy. So that is the spirit behind everything. Now somebody, he can't have cake, due to some circumstances, but the point is ultimately still the person, even though not practicing the rituals, still he can have that spirit, and he can maintain the spirit. And that is the difference, like, so spirituality doesn't require any external things. Spirituality is something which is within. So the different practices which we follow, they're actually rituals, and when we practice those rituals, which sometimes called as dharma also, with the spirit of pleasing Krishna, then that is spirituality. That is spirituality. Spiritual. Spirit plus ritual is called spiritual. So spirit is that we are the part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. We call Krishna or Paramatma, and then we should be putting our efforts to please that Krishna. That should be the spirit. And then all those practices which we do, they must be helping us in attaining this, or aligning these thoughts, that I am the part and parcel of Krishna and I am supposed to be pleasing him.
Yes, Prabhu. So overall, you should have an understanding that what is a spirit, and we are the spirit soul first thing, and then what is the meaning of spirit soul, and who is the supreme spirit soul, and how do we connect between the two, and what is the duty of as a spirit soul to the supreme spirit soul. What is our duty? Because we are a part and parcel, so there must be some duty. So that kind of, so all from all angles, possible angles, if we have an idea uh, or the knowledge of the definition, the kind of nature of a spirit soul, the kind of duty from where we have come, what is supreme. So idea of the supreme spirit soul also, I think it comes under spirituality.
Correct.
Na, Prabhu?
Correct.
So
So
that is what you have explained. Huh?
Correct. So basically, to know yourself and to know the goal,
Hmm.
and to know the process through which you can attain the
Yeah.
goal.
Yes, that is very important. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Very nice, sir.
Correct.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Anything else? So on 22nd of December, there is this Gita Jayanti. Krishna spoke this Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. So the ISKCON celebrates Gita Jayanti by distributing Bhagavad Gita to everyone. So you'll, if you go on roads or anywhere digitally also, there are devotees who are trying that everybody should have Bhagavad Gita copies in their house. So, and then we should request our relatives also that if they don't have, they should take Bhagavad Gita. We can give Bhagavad Gita to everyone. So I would request all of you that you can also take part in the celebration of Gita Jayanti, and you can try to reach as many people. You can ask if they don't have Bhagavad Gita. They can take Bhagavad Gita. They should keep Bhagavad Gita. More importantly, those people who belongs to Sanatan Dharma, they should have. Today I went to for one class. They invited me to speak. There were kids actually, like from 6-7 years of age to around 14-15 years of age. So I asked many of them, like, do you have Bhagavad Gita? And it was really shocking that almost 70-80% of those people, they didn't have Bhagavad Gita. So this is the situation of Hindus, that they don't have Bhagavad Gita. So we should try you know to help. I mean, we should ask them, and we can also gift or donate Bhagavad Gitas, and we can distribute Bhagavad Gita. So whatsoever, let's celebrate Gita Jayanti, and let's at least connect 5 people, 11 people. So that is how we are requesting everyone, that you can take a kind of self commitment. There's nothing like, if you're not able to do that, but it's fine. I mean, we can take sankalpa or something, resolution, that we my dear Lord, if you so desire, give me strength. I would wish that I gift, or I convince people, like at least 5 people, 10 people, to take Gita, and they start reading Gita. Many times people say, I don't have time of reading Gita, but if they have at their house, Gita is not actually a book, it's actually the words of Krishna. So Krishna has come in the form of words, so it is very vibrating. So I remember, my one of the uncle had some sister, like kind of Mongolian kind of sister. She was Christian, I think. So every night I went to her, and then I could see that time I was not too much into spirituality, but then I could see that before her kids were going to sleep, she used to take that Bible and she used to touch this Bible, to their heads of the kids and everything. So that is how they keep the value, or they value the scriptures, and we should be also try to bring these kind of spirits in our family culture, in our relation. I mean, this kind of culture should be in the family of Hindus also, Sanatan Dharmis also. So let's try. Let's try. That is my request to all of you. Then let's celebrate this Gita Jayanti. We have almost, I think, 20 days more, and then let's try to help people having Bhagavad Gita. I have heard many stories wherein people were about to, commit suicide and everything, and they somehow got Bhagavad Gita. And there are many, realization many people have done in the ISKCON also. But then, when they heard this Gita, when they could understand that we are not the body, we are the soul. Even though I commit suicide, my body is going to get destroyed, but the soul, won't be, I would be existing. At least now, what I can do, I can speak my problems to someone else. But when I commit suicide, my body is gone. I won't be able to talk also. I will be just wandering here and there in the form of a ghost, or just, spirit, soul here and there. And then, having understood that kind of philosophy and that, knowledge, they became devotee and they didn't commit suicide. So it is kind of very wonderful welfare. Like, if you feed someone, how many days you can feed, but if you give knowledge, so the person can be really, uplifted, or can have a really happy life. So we should try. I mean, you people are educated people, so you can try, think, we put in our efforts. For we want to do something, we apply our brain, mind, everything, and we find the way. Similarly, let's try, do our best, and let's see how we can help people, gaining this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Srila Prabhupada once mentioned that ISKCON is not, chela making sanstha. We don't want to make, disciples. Our intention is to create gurus. Gurus means teachers who can teach Bhagavad Gita. So, that kind of motivation we should have, what our acharyas are saying, that, we should try helping people create impact of our presence, by, giving them Gita, helping them reading Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Hare Krishna. If you find it worthy, you can speak, or you can speak some good words so that I can understand that we are on the same plane. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yeah,
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
So all of you would be trying.
Yes, definitely, Prabhu. I think it is on 23rd, if I'm not wrong. It's 20.
India, I think 22nd, so maybe 20 to 23, or
Like that. Okay. But,
Prabhu, I
what
missed the point. Can you repeat? Sorry.
the 22nd is Gita Jayanti, so I was requesting that, all of us, let's celebrate. ISKCON celebrates Gita Jayanti by helping to give Gita, or to, who don't have Bhagavad Gita. So, like, the goal is that everybody should have Bhagavad Gita, every house should have Bhagavad Gita, every person should have Bhagavad Gita. So we are requesting, I mean, all of you, or I'm requesting all of you, that let's celebrate Gita Jayanti by, distributing Gita copies to everyone. I mean, whom we know, if they don't have, even if they have, we can ask them, like, you can also try to gift or to give Gita to everyone.
Yeah, sure, Prabhu.
So that was the point. Yes, bro.
At Charkok temple, we have placed to distribute around 950.
Sorry?
At Charkok temple, totally we have placed all the people to distribute around 950 in the afternoon. had discussion at Charkut temple. So we decided to distribute around 950 Gitas.
9 Gita.
950.
950 Bhagavad Gita.
The congregation in Charkut.
You say Charkov.
Yes, Charkut.
Very nice, very nice.
The Charkut temple people have placed to distribute around 950.
Wonderful, Haribol, very nice, very nice.
Haribol.
Yeah, so devotees are taking targets also.
Yes.
We have generally requested our, devotees, like some devotees have taken target of 30 copies of Bhagavad Gita, 21 copies of Bhagavad Gita, 11, some devotees 5 also. Some, today I went, in the morning, so they were small kids, they told I'll distribute 1 Gita. Whatever we can do. So, we should participate in the celebration. And so Krishna has come from the spiritual world to this world to speak Bhagavad Gita. We have to just put in some little efforts. Okay. If you have any
Prabhu,
questions,
I'm
go
trying
ahead,
to
please.
use digital mechanism
Yes,
to
Prabhuji?
set. I'm trying to use digital method rather than going on a physical way.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
Digital, or even, we can message, we can message in WhatsApp groups, or we can personally also message that, if you
yeah,
want a Bhagavad Gita, please keep Gita copy at your house. Or
yeah,
else, yeah, so basically.
correct.
So in chapter 18, Krishna says that, whoever, gives this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is very dear to me. So,
That's correct.
yeah. Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu, have you started some new Bhagavad Gita course also?
No, I'll start from 22nd Gita Jayanti only. That 18 days Gita one. Start from 20 Gita Jayanti.
I think you have started earlier also when you have finished one course of such kind.
Yeah, but
Last year.
then we were planning, but that could not happen because we were busy, and this Purushottam Prabhu was shifting from San Diego to this new place, St. Louis.
Okay. So is it of our use because we are attending this course of yours? So should we
This is
register
more
for that?
detailed. That is kind of crash course, like just overview kind of. So we will be just running like. So if you want to get the zoom out picture, then you can listen that. But here we are zooming like.
Because Prabhu, it's a maths. The more you practice, the more you understand that.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
that is there. Yes, very nice.
So if you're free of time, you can listen. Otherwise, fine.
What I found when we distribute Bhagavad Gita, that it is easy to gift. Last year I gifted, I think, more than 35 Gita. But if you start selling them, in that case, it becomes whether you feel some kind of a resistance from people because they are not in a mood to purchase. They don't want to spend money, and on our part we have to have something to say about Bhagavad Gita, that why one should read, why should one should go through this. So
Correct.
this kind of so that is a little bit more difficult. It is easy to gift.
Correct.
That is what I found, because they are not interested. Most of the people, they are not interested in knowing what is there inside the book. They will just take the book from you and then keep in their cupboard or some book rack. So
Correct.
what is actually what Prabhupada has suggested, I think it is to sell the books, so that, and then when you sell, then you will have to do the marketing, and for doing the marketing you will have to talk about the relevance of Bhagavad Gita. So you will have to preach a little bit about this. So that is the thing which I think matters.
Yeah, so basically, actually, we don't sell Bhagavad Gita. Nobody has, that.
We take money, we charge money from them, so that is selling only.
No, we ask for donation actually.
Whatever it is, yeah. Whatever you say, but then,
yeah. So the intention is that so selling is something when you take some profit. So we don't take any profit. We
That
we
is,
take
yeah.
from temple and we
Mhm.
give them, and we ask them, because this is a book, this is, I think, 1,000 pages book. So it has got some, papers, it has, printing and everything, so many things. So many people are paid in the BBT and publication houses. They're putting lots of effort. So we just ask them that if you give some donation, then it will help us to produce more Gita copies. Because the paper cost has increased now, everything is there. The efforts and everything, the transportation, everything, every type of cost is there. There are devotees, like, many times we distribute and then we feel that, some person, they want to read and they don't have money, then we just give them. We, give money to the temple from our pocket. So, I mean, that's also service. So it's fine. I mean, so basically temple is giving us Gita copies, and they give us bills, and then they tell us whatever you can collect, you can collect. And then, ultimately, because temple, this printing and everything is going on. So many times it happens that some people, if they can't distribute, they donate also. So
Yes.
sometimes it happens that, we get, like, some 3,000, 5,000, 2,100 money, rupees. So generally we get that. So many times,
Yes.
when we are on the roads distributing Bhagavad Gita, so when we know that, we have some extra money, paid by people for distributing. So many times we give them.
Mhm.
So, see, it's like, if you see, many other Christians and all, there are people who give money, for this purpose. If you see,
Yes.
for any materialistic book, also, if you see the kind of book this is made, you will see that, it'll cost more than 1,000 and everything. But then devotees are, still trying to give them at as low price as it can be. So it's like we have to understand that, the knowledge which this Bhagavad Gita contains, it is actually has no money. I mean, no
Yes. No.
money,
It's a valueless.
priceless. Yeah,
Invaluable.
yeah. So this way,
Priceless. It's priceless. But if people don't understand, people, if you just send them or sell them a material, some novel or some kind of a textbook or what a storybook, then they will easily purchase. But if or they would like to take it. But if you sell means if you just distribute these books, then they think that it is going to be, most of the people, they think that it's going to be a waste because they know that they are not going to read it. They don't
so
find in an
Krishna says
interest
in
in.
Gita, Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kashchit Siddha. So of the thousand and thousand, you'll find a single person who would be, interested in
Mm,
this subject. So
yeah.
that word has to be also true, na?
Mm,
So Krishna has already mentioned that very rare you'll find someone. Once somebody asked Prabhupada, that Prabhupada, we see that devotees, I mean, people who are coming to Krishna consciousness, they are also living. And Prabhupada told that, you should not be wonder that, people are leaving. You should be wonder uh, that,
but at
people are
least some
staying
people
also.
are
Some people are staying also.
still staying.
So it's Kali Yuga, and still people are staying, people are practicing Gita, people are trying to understand Gita. So that is rare actually. Kali
Mm.
Yuga is not favorable for spiritual life, but still you see you people are sitting here. You could have done something else. That tons of things which could have been done by you. The
Mm.
phone, mobile, everything. But then you are dedicating your time, committed, sitting here for 1.5, 2 hours and just trying to, you know read Gita, or, understand Gita. So that is very rare.
So, but I don't know because whatever we are doing for our own selves, for our own benefit. So we are not obliging anyone, not even to Krishna. We are obliging ourselves only by listening to your lectures or attending such classes.
Yeah, but this consciousness, like, see, ultimately you have that consciousness that you are able to understand that, there is something good for me in Bhagavad Gita.
Hmm.
That is very rare. It's like
Okay.
that,
Yes, yes.
when I was teaching in that college, so I had 60 students, but then there were many students, they were not serious about their exams, about their studies and everything, but there were some students who were serious. So, and so that kind of souls, it is very rare. Krishna says in Gita that it is very rare, much. बहुनाम जन्मनाम मन्ते ज्ञानवान माम प्रपद्यन्ते वासुदेवा सर्वमिति सा महात्मा सुदुर्लभा. So they are mahatmas, they are great souls who are trying to understand, or who are understanding that Krishna is God, and they're trying to understand Gita and develop love for Krishna. It is very rare, seriously very rare. I have seen very rare too, because we are into this and we are able to see that we do advertisements, we do. It's like in sabji market, vegetable market will find thousands and thousands of people, but in the gold shop or diamond shop will get very few
And
people.
very few.
Everybody cannot pay the price. So similarly, for this eating, sleeping, mating, you will see in the malls and everywhere for enjoyment, thousands and thousands of people will be seen, but to practice the spirituality, it's very difficult.
Actually, it is by the mercy of God only, mercy of Krishna
By-
only, that although very few number of people are there, but they are there because of the mercy of God, because of the grace and the blessings of God only,
Correct.
Krishna only.
So Parikshit
Otherwise,
Maharaj in Srimad Bhagavatam, he says that, my dear Sukadeva Goswami, when I think that why have I got this opportunity that I'm sitting in front of you and I'm hearing Srimad Bhagavatam from your mouth, he says that I don't see any kind of qualification I have, but then I see that it's just because of my grandfather Arjuna, who is a devotee of Krishna. So because of his blessings, or his, so see, so basically we are able to get this spiritual life because our parents or grandparents or somebody in our family has served some devotees, or maybe we in our past life, and obviously we became their kids or their sons, daughters, grands and granddaughters, because they have done something in their life, and all this accumulation is happening, and then we are able to have that kind of intelligence that we are able to appreciate this subject matter, we are able to appreciate these teachings. Otherwise, that's called consciousness. Some people enjoys just pushing someone, harming someone. Some people enjoys saving someone. So these are called consciousness. So we same eyes, heads, two eyes, 2 ears, this limbs, hands, body, everything, looking humans to people, but some people trying to kill someone, some people trying to save someone. Similarly, the spiritual people, it's by the grace of Krishna that they are able to rejoice, they are able to relish, they are able to enjoy the spiritual discourses, spiritual discussions.
May God keep us, may Krishna keep us giving His grace, Prabhu,
Correct.
so
That is
that
what
we
also
should
I
not
pray to
discontinue.
Krishna.
Yes, keep
That is,
continue.
that is also I pray to Krishna that, my dear Lord, let me have such kind of intelligence that I can continue devotional life in my life.
Just keep remembering Him.
Correct.
Never forget Him.
Yeah.
So it is by the grace of Vaishnavas like you also, Prabhu, who have taken this initiative on online platform. This will boost up our, give us some motivation along with Krishna's mercy. I think this is also, Krishna is also is doing through you. It's mercy
Yeah,
of
so
Krishna through
actually,
you is bestowing upon us.
Krishna has love for you all, and he's trying to express that, maybe through us. I don't know why Krishna had chosen, but then
You,
it is. I think it is all yours devotion that Krishna is engaging me in this. So, and I
you
feel
must be
happy.
a very pious soul, or some Sukriti must be there.
Yeah,
That's why you are giving to us.
something is there.
Something is there.
Yeah, and that is what we call transcendental, divine.
Knowledge,
Yeah,
confidential, confidential. We don't know.
correct. It cannot be understood. it
Understood.
cannot be understood, Otherwise,
it.
where you are, where I am, and
There's no
there's no
connection.
protest here. I mean,
Mm.
we are here discussing Gita. Anyway, so I think we'll stop now.
Yes, Prabhu. I think it's high time.
But my son is coming. Ho gaya, ho gaya.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Man Chakal Trubus Chakrapasinde Vircha Petana Panu Vaishna Gunamana. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Pramanityanand Sri Advaita Radha Shiva.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Prabhu.
Prabhu.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Hare Krishna.